So you do all your question banks and you look at your percentages. Now how would that look like against the NCLEX? In this video, I'm just going to share with you my experience. Hey, hello. So first things first, I just want to let you know that I have not passed my NCLEX yet. Actually, I failed twice. But I think I can tell you how to not fail like me. So for those of you who don't know, I graduated from a nursing program in the Philippines. I have nothing bad to say against the school that trained me to be a nurse. And learning nursing in the Philippines is okay. And learning nursing in the Philippines was a good experience. The unfortunate part is that they don't really prepare you for the NCLEX. You know your nursing knowledge, you know all that basic stuff, and you go through all those topics. However, studying for the NCLEX exam itself and those kinds of questions, it's not part of their curriculum. In the Philippines, they have their own national board exam. So putting NCLEX into their curriculum isn't really what they're focused on. But learning all about that nursing knowledge, I would think it's about the same. So before I took my NCLEX the first time, what I ended up doing was going through a Saunders book. This is the Saunders book, 2008. I think my mom got it off of Amazon. So yeah, I went through that book. It was nice. The content is great. The content is nice, it's easy, and if anything, I would probably recommend it for a nursing student, especially if you don't know what's going on in class. It's a nice quick review. As far as the questions are concerned, I would say that they're fairly easy. The questions that they have in the Saunders book, it just reflects the content that was already put out in their chapter. I can't really say that answering Saunders questions all day will help you be better at answering questions that are all about critical thinking. Before I took my NCLEX the first time, I just did Saunders questions and some NCLEX-RN Mastery app questions. I didn't do too many questions on the app, so I just really focused on Saunders and thinking, oh, it's not too bad. So I failed. Then the second time, I got this book. It's a great book. I highly recommend it. My fault with the book is that I didn't go through the whole entire book, or at least I didn't go through a good amount of the book. I only probably got through this much of this much. That's only because I didn't pace myself properly when going through the questions. I just went through 100 questions straight, and instead of going for 25 at a time. But yeah, I like the Lippincott book. It's got hard questions and it makes you think critically, and that's what you'll need for the NCLEX. The first time I took my NCLEX, the results just said that I had below the passing standard in most of my areas. The second time, I was near the passing standard. And I was probably only getting like half of the questions right in my Lippincott book. And I haven't even finished the book. I also did some NCLEX-RN Mastery app questions, and my percentage was about like 50%. There's a group on Facebook for those people who use the NCLEX-RN Mastery app. I read their feedback on how their exam was and then how their performance in the app was. And it seems that most people who have their percentage at around 70% at least happen to finish their NCLEX exam in 75 questions and pass. I never got to 70%. I probably never got it past 60% on my NCLEX-RN Mastery app. By the way, if you pay for that app and you fail, you get reimbursed. I got reimbursed. So currently, my NCLEX-RN Mastery app, my percentage is around 65, I think, 64 to 66%. I'm also using UWorld, and I'm still using the Lippincott, and I'm using another delegation book for questions, just for exposure. So in conclusion, it seems like there's a trend. The more questions you do, and the higher your percentage of your question banks, it seems like it's a pretty decent indicator of how well you'll do on the actual NCLEX. For me, I have yet to still schedule my exam. Before I take my NCLEX again, I just want to get at the 70% mark at least. So yeah, build up your percentages and get your questions going. Think critically, pace, rest, pray, and good luck. Happy studying.